Now, in today's fast-paced and interconnected world, the youth of today have a unique opportunity to harness their creativity and showcase it to the world through the power of social media. Two in one. With platforms like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at their fingertips, young people have the ability to not only express themselves creatively, but also to potentially make a name for themselves and even earn a living while doing that. Now, creativity is a vital skill for the youth of today to cultivate, as it allows them to think outside the box, problem solve, and innovate in a rapidly changing world. Social media provides a powerful outlet for this creativity, allowing young people to share their talents, their ideas, and their passions with a global audience. Now, whether it is through photography, video content, music, writing, social media offers a platform for young people to showcase their unique talents and their perspectives. So speaking of creativity, today we'll look at the world of photography and visual art, where we take a peek into the minds of those in these fields to understand what inspires their craft and how they make the most of it. Well, that said, I have two fantastic guests with me in the studio right now. First, joining me, okay, ladies first. First is Olajumoke Sanni, a creative photographer. Thank you so much, Olajumoke, for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Blessing.
It's a pleasure. And to the gentleman with me in the studio as well, Frank Ojo Hardy, a creative fine artist who's looking dapper, by the way. Thank you, Frank, for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me here.
It's a pleasure. Now, today we're going to delve into the world of creativity. And of course, we're going to be talking about your various fields. I won't say various fields because they're sort of interconnected: photography, visual artistry. I'm going to start with you, Olajumoke. How exactly would you define creativity within the context, especially of photography?
Okay, thank you. Creativity to me implies putting my imagination to life, putting my imagination to the table for everyone around to see and also think of a meaning. My own meaning may be different, but other people would see my own photos and say that, okay, this is what you're trying to interpret. And also so that I can be able to express myself. If I cannot express myself in spoken words or in writing, my images will speak for itself. That's what creativity means for me.
Beautiful. Now, I'll still stay with you, Jumoke. What exactly inspires your craft? What inspires your photography?
Okay, basically it's things around me, nature, and also human day-to-day activities as the Lagosians. Enough of things can would always want to, like, okay, this I can do this with, okay, just with my camera or with my phone, because okay, photography is what I love doing, passion. And so if I'm not carrying my camera, I'm either with my phone and I'm just documenting moment. So things, nature, I can see a beautiful sunset and I'm taking the picture, or something happened in one area, in a bus stop or something, I can just decide to like photograph that moment. So nature and things around me, day-to-day activities.
Interesting. Okay, thank you so much for that. Now, Frank, I'm going to ask the same question to you. I'm going to throw the same question at you. What inspires you? I mean, you are a creative fine artist, a fine artist. So what inspires your art?
Life.
That's deep.
In general.
Yeah. I just heard life.
Life in general.
Okay.
Yes, because everything about life is creative. Creativity is coined out from the word create. So that means putting things together, visualizing what you can see in your environment. So the daily life of humans and animals, the interactions we have with the environment is what inspires me, because creativity is everywhere around you. So that's my inspiration.
Beautiful. Now, before we continue the conversation, I'd like for us to quickly take a look at what social media thinks about creativity and youths harnessing their gifts and abilities, this day and time. And then we'll come back to have the conversation and probably even have some questions for that. Now, Young and Alive Initiative says, unpacking the diverse needs of youth and recognizing them, deliberate and intentional youth engagement requires a supportive structure. Let's prioritize funding for #youth innovation. Another person says, in the face of climate challenges, the youth are not powerless. We are fierce, determined, and ready to shape the future. Let's innovate, let's collaborate, and let's drive sustainable solutions that safeguard our planet. If you notice, there's one common word there, innovation. Now, Radico says the future belongs to the innovators, there we go again, among our youth. Let's encourage their curiosity, celebrate their inventions, and pave the way for a more innovative tomorrow. All right, I think I'm going to be starting with that last write-up there, that last tweet, where someone says, let us encourage, the curiosity, the curious minds of the youth. And I'm going to throw the question at you, Jumoke. How encouraging would you say that the society is in this age and time, for the youths who are trying to use their talents and abilities like you, for example? How encouraging would you say the society, the government, the environment is generally?
Okay. To me, I would say it's a bit encouraging because I have like an evidence to that, and that was what started my own creative journey with what people around me said, oh, why not take this further? I started photography as somebody like maybe a child's play, something that you just want to do for fun, and there society, social media, and some people had to like call and say, I see something, I saw this, I saw that on your social media page. I think you can do further with this photography. And yeah, there were also criticism. Yes, there were also criticism at some point, but that criticism was one thing that, pushed me that, yes, I can be more into what I'm doing. Okay, if 5 out of 10 are saying you can be better, I think I need to push forward. So society, to an extent, have really encouraged me, and embracing social media, Facebook and Instagram, has also been a source of encouragement to my photography journey.
All right, now still talking about the society, I'm going to ask you, Frank, what are the challenges that you face in your art when it comes to societal acceptance and support or encouragement?
Yeah, to be candid, I think the society is changing because they are accepting art a lot more. If you find in Lagos as a state, there's a lot of art and culture around here. I don't know if you've taken note of one thing that is common in Lagos, their buses is full of art. You see artworks all around, almost every buses. There are designs around it with black because the bus color is yellow. And you find black artwork all around it. That's one. So the people, the common people on the streets, they love art. Then the state government as a whole, you find out some bridges and there are some particular spots are filled with different artworks for people to appreciate. So we are getting that acceptance that on the one hand, and globally or in Nigeria per se, even though people are not paying what we expect them to pay for visual artists, but I can tell you that the acceptance is growing, and we like the fact that it's encouraging, and we see young talents who are doing it because there's a hope. Once you when you're paid for what you do, it gives you the encouragement to keep working, and that has been a little improvement in the way art has been seen in Nigeria.
Okay. Now back to you, Jumoke. We know how demanding this industry can be, especially in recent times. So how do you navigate the balance between staying true to your own artistic vision as a photographer and meeting the demands of the industry?
All right. One thing is for one to keep learning and also have a brand of yourself. Yes, we have artificial intelligence taking the old space, and you're like, oh, will it be profitable for me, or should I just look otherwise? Because every one app can just create what you want to photograph and all that. But one thing I would say that I'd embrace and I would want other people to also do is just keep at your space, have like self-branding. let people know you. Okay, if we have different aspects, that's one thing people don't know. Okay, because you saw a photographer outside there and come and take this picture for me, come and take this baby, I have this food, I have this animal you need to photograph. When we have areas of specialization, there are people, we have professionals who are just pet photographers, who are just food photographers. So just know where you just find your own space, and also work more, study, learn, YouTube, make YouTube your friend so that you can be best. Technology is advancing, we are seeing a lot of things, and so that you can always be at your pace and also try and strive for the next, so that it will not just be your own photography name or your own photography studio will just be a quack or an old taste, but something that, okay, as the world is evolving, your own studio, your own brand is also evolving with that. Thank you.
Right. Okay, that's amazing. Now, Frank, when it comes to pushing your work and getting people to see, getting visibility, what role does technology and social media play in shaping your creativity and, showcasing it to the world?
I should say that we should be grateful for technology and social media, because without that, I don't see how we can create works that we do here in your small corner of your space in Lagos or in Nigeria or whatever state you are in. And people outside the country will be able to see what you do and appreciate it as well. And that creates a large opportunity for us as artists, even photographers, for creatives in general. It has been very instrumental. I know there is AI now. We talk about AI right now, and some artists are feeling that it could be a threat to them because they do graphics and the likes, and with AI you can give some commands, and they quickly bring out those images you are talking about. But those commands are given by a human being, and it's your personal creativity that helps tell that AI what to do. So humans should, as an artist, I'm embracing technology, because you must move with the tide as well, so that you don't get left behind. People want to see things and see things done fast. So technology is helping us achieve that. So one doesn't sleep on a bicycle. And social media has really, really been helpful. With social media, you can then upload your work to some freelancing sites and get clients who are not Nigerians and who pay you in their foreign currency. So that social media has opened a wider space for us to reach out to a large audience beyond what our environment can give to us.
I do like that you said something about sleeping on a bicycle. I mean, this age and time is definitely not the time to be sleeping on a bicycle.
True that.
And talking about, being grateful for technology and social media. Of course, everything has its own, downsides and negativity. So speaking of artificial intelligence, Olajumoke, do you think that we're in a time where AI is threatening everyone's jobs, or is there a way that we can navigate out of, the AI taking over the jobs in the next 2-3 years? I mean, AI is already, in fact, you just put your picture and then they even give you a nice dress, give you a nice background, give you an official look. These headshots that people pay for, you literally can just use an app to create it. So what do you think about that threat that AI supposedly poses?
Okay, AI is not a threat, but to me, I would say that AI has come to make my work easy. So it's how we now use it. It's how a photographer will use it. So what will you say? For me, actually, I'm saying this this is my own reality, and this is what has worked for me. Yes, I use some of this app to make work easy, and also not just to use it for, okay, it would make my own work easy, but what is that thing that would make you distinct? Yes, AI is good. One thing that, okay, would not make you, just as my colleague said, would not make okay, AI become a threat to you, is how to keep your own clients and how to tell them, okay, yes, AI, every other person is doing photography, but my own is different. It might just be in the way you communicate with them. So the way you communicate with them, AI will not communicate with your clients for you. It can reproduce, okay, do that picture, recreate that image you want to. But communication, when it comes to your customer service, AI will not do that. So a simple text message, it's simple season greetings and gift would make one. This is just the tips that have worked for me, even with fathers. Okay, AI is in vogue and all that. It's one thing I would also ask every other person out there, my colleagues, photographers like me, to also embrace.
Great. Now, speaking of what we're asking other people to do, I have one question, and I want both of you to, throw in your weight on that. I'm gonna start with you, Frank. A lot of youth still find it hard to find themselves, to find that thing that they can do and jump on it to make ends meet, to show their work, show themselves to the world, basically. What is that advice that you're going to give to the youth, that kind of person who doesn't still know what they want to do and they're really confused as to, what path their lives will take?
Be confused. That's what I would say. Be confused. It's natural. It's normal, because as a youth, you are thinking about a lot of things. Okay, fine. You have some skills and ability in you. You have this talent. At the same time, you have to eat, feed yourself, or take care of one or two things. Embrace those challenges. That's one. Then do all that your hands find to do. If that thought comes to your head, do it. If it works, fine. If it doesn't work, then you failed at that. You learn to improve it, or you put that aside and try the next things. As long as you have options, it allows you to narrow down to that one particular venture or craft that you really want to do. Just like art, there are different aspects of art. And then you can't decide, okay, because one is not paying me, I'm going to stop doing this particular kind of art. Because there are different areas. So as long as you have different options, pick all of those things, line them straight, pick them one by one, tackle them. If this one works, fine. If it doesn't work, strike that out. Take the next one if it works. Because as you're young, you still have time on your side. So it gives that room to make some trials and errors, to make those mistakes till you find that one. You will find it. Definitely you find it. As long as you don't give up, you keep working with the options you have at hand. That's
all right. Okay, thank you, Frank, for that. Olajumoke, over to you.
All right. I would want such a person to ask himself or herself one question, two questions. Who are you? Let's get a journal, a pen, and ask yourself, who am I? Why am I here? That first question, try and ask yourself, and also do a personal assessment of yourself. Ask other people. You can't see your back by yourself. It's others that will see. And no one is an island. You need other people to be able to grow and also to succeed. So do a personal assessment of yourself. A SWOT analysis, your strength, your weakness, your opportunity, and your strength.
Yeah.
Work more. Yes, you have the strength. How can you change the weakness? And the opportunity around you, what are those threats? How can I fix it? Okay. And as you do that, those that you meet to talk to about your personal, doing a personal assessment of yourself, that, okay, what do you think I can do with this? That will give you have something. Okay. It's just you've not identified it.
All right, thank you so much. I want to take this time to say thank you so much to Frank and Olajumoke.
Thank you very much.
Olajumoke, the amazing photographer, and Frank, the creative visual artist. Thank you so much for joining me on the show today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.